things that we'll talk about today is the power of the doing. Okay? Because everything is in the power of the doing. If you speak something enough, generally it comes to pass. It happens. If you tell yourself enough times that you're successful, then you start to believe it. You start to believe it. If you tell yourself that you're a failure enough times, you start to believe it. Whatever it is, it's the power of the mind and the power of the doing. You have to make action where your thought is. Life's not about waiting for the storm to pass, but by learning to dance in the rain. So, in other words, we all have crosses to bear. You know, we all have situations that at some point you have to face it. You have to face it. You know, if you sit here and wait for something to subside, sometimes it won't subside enough, and life continues to pass you while you're waiting for stuff to get better. You hear say, oh, things will get better. Oh, things are not going to always get better, and they're not going to always get better in the time that you think they should get better. So you got to make things better. You got to make things. You got to go out and do to make, right? If you make things better for yourself, even one time in a situation that you thought you couldn't do, that's another testament. It's a test. Truth of the matter is, sometimes we fail tests over and over. And these tests are not just by life, these tests are given to you by God. Can you withstand this, my child? Okay, you did good. Now, can you withstand this, my child? Oh, I have what you want over here. You're going to get it. All you got to do is keep coming. All you got to do is keep coming. You stop, I'm going to sit there and look at you. I'm not going to pull you. I know we look at the footprints, and I do believe that. I do believe that when you see the two sets of prints turn into one, those are God's footprints carrying you. But it was because you were walking. You were already walking, so that's why there were two sets of prints. You don't just see one set of prints the whole way through. In business, it's the easiest part to understand. You know why? Because you weren't born in business. You weren't. We weren't born in business. We were born in life, though. And life, learning how to master your life, will teach you how to master business. Business is easy. I really don't get excited, but I'm happy, but I don't get really excited when I find out something that I went out and did worked. I just don't. Because I've done it so many times, I expect it now. You know, when I go to the Mega Car Wash, that's one of the places that I go to a lot. And I do it often. But we just got one call from it yesterday. But I've been doing that for months since they opened up. Since y'all told me about it. No, since I told you about it. But then you guys told me that you talked to the owner. Then I talked to the owner. But then I started taking our magazines over there. And then I start taking the brochures and flood it out. If you ever go over there, just go over there and look at the windowsill. You see what I'm talking about. That's a lot of marketing going on for one call. But how many do we need to know that it works? A lot of people are unsuccessful in this life in stages they shouldn't be because they can't release the past. You can't release the past. We all been through a lot. That's why I put we all got cross to bear. We all been through a lot, whether it's blood relatives, it's friends, it's associates, whatever it is, even enemies. We give other people too much power over us. That's our problem. We're all guilty of it at some point in our lifetime. We are all guilty of that. Sometimes the biggest problem with humanity, sometimes the biggest problem that I see with these eyes and this mind and this heart and my spirit is we don't know how to apologize for something. And so we can move on. That's why we won't have closure. It's hard to get closure for things that bother us, that ail us, because we can't admit fault or we can't say, hey, I'm sorry. Now let's move on. Because once that's said, nothing else needs to be said. Because if it's something in the past, if I did something to hurt somebody, I want to get past it. If we can't get past it, we need to separate. because that's going to hold us back in everything, not just business. It holds you back in life itself. We all have cross to bear. We all have ailments. We all have situations. We all have stress. Let me tell you, stress creates cortisol in your body. Here I go being a doctor. It's just I do a lot of reading, do a lot of studying. Cortisol is what kills you. It's a death hormone. That's what it is. As it raises and male testosterone goes down or female estrogen goes down, that's what causes heart attacks and other ailments that we have in this world. Stress, 80% of everything that people have. Don't believe me? Look it up. Because I give you percentage that easy, it means I'm reading it. I'm studying it. Don't worry about what hasn't worked. Keep passing out the literature. Bury hatchets. Become one. That's how you become strong.